Welcome to today's video, where we will explore one of the biggest icons of military aviation, the F-15, and the version specially developed for Israel, the F-15I Ra'am. To understand why Israel chose this aircraft as his battle horse, we need to go back to the origins of the F-15 and how it became one of the most victorious aircraft in aviation history. The origin of the F-15, the American response to Soviet fighters. In the 1960s, the heavens began to be dominated by increasingly advanced Soviet fighters. The Cold War armate race was in full swing, and the opponent's superpower threat required the United States to develop new technologies and new aircraft capable of overcoming enemies. The F-4 Phantom II fighters, still in service in Vietnam, were being surpassed by lighter and more maneuverable aircraft, such as the Soviet MiG-21. In addition, the F-4, though powerful, was not the ideal fighter for achieving air superiority, especially in long-range combat. Given this scenario, the United States began the FX program, whose purpose was to develop an aircraft capable of dominating the skies quickly, agility, and firepower. The result of this program was the F-15 Eagle, developed by McDonnell Douglas and with the first flight in 1972. With a design focused on air superiority, the F-15 became a true hunter with impressive aerial performance. It was designed to be fast at a top speed than Mach 2.5 and highly maneuverable, allowing it to perform air combat maneuvers that other fighters simply could not perform. F-15. Success in air battles. The F-15, at its beginning of service, showed that its promises were not just theory. In combat, he proved his superiority, earning more than 100 wins and no defeat. This impressive success trajectory is marked by its ability to engage multiple targets simultaneously, its powerful radar, and its double-power dual engines. This initial success solidified the F-15 as one of the most reliable aircraft in the history of military aviation. But as the times passed, the challenges also became more complex. Air threats have modernized, and new capabilities began to be required from combat aircraft. The F-15, with its robust platform, was in a unique position to evolve. With the success of the F-15A and F-15C, new versions emerged, including the F-15E Strike Eagle, which was the main base for the development of the F-15I Ra'am, the Thunder of the Israel Air Force, the F-15E Strike Eagle, and the evolution for the F-15I Ra'am. The F-15E Strike Eagle version was an adaptation of the original F-15, focusing on long-range ground attack missions without compromising air superiority. This meant the introduction of advanced systems such as night navigation, infrared sensors, and guided weaponry support. This version has become the response to the needs of the United States in the Middle East and other operating theaters, especially after the 1991 Gulf War, where the need for long-range and precision firepower became evident. For Israel, the F-15E version offered exactly what the country needed: a fighter capable of carrying out major distances attacks without giving up its air combat capacity. During the Gulf War, the Saddam Hussein regime launched Scud missiles against Israel, revealing a critical vulnerability: the inability to accurately attack distant targets such as missile bases or enemy command centers without exposing the Israeli forces to great risks. It was in this context that Israel decided to acquire a personalized version of the F-15E, called F-15I, which would become the backbone of the long-range attack operations of the Israeli Air Force. When Israel decided to purchase the F-15I, the Israeli version of the F-15E Strike Eagle, the country did not accept the basic model offered by the United States. Israel required specific improvements and customizations that would make the aircraft even more lethal and compatible with its exclusive operational needs. The F-15I Ra'am would not be just a copy of the F-15E. It should be an aircraft adapted to the strategic and geopolitical context of Israel, with technological advances and the ability to operate more efficiently in crucial missions. State-of-the-art avionics and electronic war systems. One of the first changes was AVI-1, which was completely modified to integrate national production electronic war systems. These systems ensure that the F-15I is able to operate in high-threat environments, where radar and communication operations can be intercepted or blocked. Israel, with his expertise in defense technology, designed these systems to maximize the effectiveness of F-15I in scenarios where electronic control over the battlefield is crucial. In addition, The F-15I was equipped with a synthetic opening APG-70 radar, allowing land mapping in any climatic condition. This radar ability is essential for operations in desert regions or in the most challenging combat zones, where visibility and accuracy are often compromised. The cockpit, comfort and situational consciousness. The F-15I Ra'am cockpit has also been modified to provide the pilot with an extremely advanced operating experience. Equipped with the LBIT helmet and the holographic display Kaiser, the pilot has a rare situational consciousness, even in the standards of modern aircraft. These systems allow the pilot to have a clear view of the battlefield and the targets, even in low visibility conditions or at night, which is crucial in ground attack missions, where accuracy is critical. The holographic display, in particular, projects important information directly on the pilot's line of view, allowing him to make decisions in real time without the need to deviate his eyes from the target. This technology puts the F-15I ahead of many other aircraft in terms of control and operation during complex missions. F-15I power, motors, and reach capacity. Another fundamental aspect of the F-15I Ra'am is its ability to reach and fire power. Equipped with two Pratt & Whitney F-100PW 229 engines, each capable of generating 29,000 pounds of thrust, the F-15I can reach speeds higher than Mach 2.5, which gives it an exceptional cruise speed capable of traveling long distances. This speed, coupled with the ability to perform combat aerial maneuvers, ensures that the F-15I is not only a long-range attack platform, but also a formidable opponent in air combat. F-15I autonomy is another significant strategic advantage. With more than 4,300 kilometers of reach without replenishment, the F-15I can reach distant targets such as Iran and return safely. This is a great asset for Israel as it allows the Air Force to perform long-distance attacks without advanced bases or constant replenishment aircraft support. Load capacity, a flying arsenal. The F-15I Ra'am is undoubtedly one of the most powerful fighters in terms of load capacity. It can carry up to 8 tons of weapons, which makes it an extremely versatile and effective platform in heavy target destruction missions. This arsenal includes AR missiles, guided bombs, and nuclear weapons, although the use of nuclear weapons is a highly confidential issue. Among the most remarkable weapons that the F-15I can carry are the 900 kilograms Joint Direct Attitude, JDAM Direct Attitude, bombs that are capable of destroying high-precision underground targets. These pumps have penetrating ogives designed to cross concrete meters before detonating, making them ideal for eliminating underground command centers, missile silos, and other protected enemy infrastructures. In September 2024, the F-15I demonstrated its effectiveness on a high-risk mission. Israeli Air Force Squadron 69 has launched a series of air attacks against Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah in Lebanon. The target was a highly protected underground command center, where the F-15I launched a sequence of JDAM pumps, completely destroying the target and eliminating the threat. This type of operation exemplifies F-15I's ability to perform long-range and high-accuracy attacks, reaching critical targets at great distances. Although the F-15I Ra'am is an extremely powerful and effective platform, many wonders that Israel still prefers this model instead of opting for the advantages of F-35, a fifth-generation fighter with stealth capacity. The F-35 is certainly impressive, with its infiltration capacity in strongly defended areas and its effectiveness in intelligence missions and surgical attacks. However, the F-15I remains Israel's preferred choice for some of the most challenging and demanding missions. The reason for this comes down to factors such as range, load capacity, and firepower. F-35, stealth and versatility, but with load limitations. The F-35 is designed to be a stealth platform, capable of infiltrating enemy territory without being detected by radars. Its ability to perform recognition missions and surgical attacks, especially in highly defended environments, makes it a crucial tool for collecting intelligence and discrete operations. However, although the F-35 has the advantage of being invisible to most radars, it has some limitations that make it less ideal for certain missions. One of the main disadvantages of the F-35 compared to the F-15I is its payload. The F-35, due to its stealth structure and compact design, does not have the same ability to carry large amounts of weapons as the F-15I. While the F-15I can load up to 8 tons of weapons, the F-35 is significantly more limited in its payload, which makes it less suitable for missions involving heavy targets or the delivery of large amounts of ammunition, such as JDAM pumps. In addition, the F-35 has less autonomy than the F-15I, which means it would need air replenishment in long-range missions. This can be a limiting factor in operations that require a high degree of autonomy and the ability to operate in depth in the enemy territory. The F-15I, with its autonomy of over 4,300 kilometers, is a much more suitable choice for these missions. The F-15I, firepower and range for missions of destruction. When the mission requires the destruction of heavy and deep targets, such as underground command centers or strongly protected military facilities, the F-15I stands out. Its ability to carry up to 8 tons of heavy weaponry, including JDAM pumps, makes it an ideal platform to accurately destroy these targets. In addition, the great autonomy of the F-15I allows it to reach targets over 2,000 kilometers away without the need for replenishment, something F-35 simply cannot match. These factors make the F-15I the natural choice for Israel when it comes to long-range and high-impact missions. Although the F-35 has a crucial function in intelligence operations and stealing missions, the F-15I is the aircraft that comes into action when the destruction of heavy targets is the priority. He is the thunder that comes from heaven, bringing massive destruction to enemy positions. Air supremacy and the reliability of the F-15I in combat. F-15I Ra'am reliability in combat is also an important factor for your preference for Israel. Since its introduction, the F-15I has been used extensively in a series of conflicts, including operations in Gaza, Syria, and Lebanon. Israeli pilots have shown exceptional ability to operate the F-15I in high-pressure missions with an impressive readiness. The platform is considered an Israeli Air Force battle horse, always available and ready to be employed when the situation requires. This reliability is also reflected in the fact that the F-15I remains the aircraft chosen for high-value target destruction missions, while the F-35, although highly advanced, is most commonly used for stealth and intelligence operations. The F-15I has a very high success rate in its missions, which makes it a pillar of the Israeli Air Force. The nuclear capacity of the F-15I and the secret of the dissuasion. Although the use of nuclear weapons by the F-15I is highly confidential and has never been officially confirmed, the aircraft is believed to have the ability to carry nuclear weapons. This puts the F-15I in a strategic deterrent position, offering Israel an extreme attack option if necessary. The F-15I nuclear capacity, combined with its conventional firepower, makes it one of the most formidable aircraft in the Israeli arsenal. However, due to the highly secret nature of Israel's nuclear operations, the country never confirms or discloses details about the implementation of nuclear weapons in its fighters. This means that the threat represented by the F-15I is partly a matter of deterrent, but also a reality in terms of its ability to face any threat, whether conventional or nuclear.